A Muskegon abortion clinic shut down because of filthy and dangerous conditions.
Women told us that he had botched abortions, and after Target 8 got involved, the state changed how it oversees doctors.
Today, nearly 2 years later, the state yanked Dr. Robert Alexander's medical license after finding that he was incompetent. And for the first time, Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker was able to question the doctor. And Ken joins us live in studio.
Brian is sued the State Board of Medicine, which had refused to investigate allegations of botched abortions several years ago, suspended Alexander's license for 6 months and a day, and made it difficult for him to ever get it back. A disheveled doctor tried to argue his case today before the board, but his fate had already been decided. Dr. Alexander, I'm a reporter from Channel 8.
I know you are.
Is there anything, could I ask, is there anything you would say to the women who say that you've hurt them? My name's Ken Kolker. I'm a reporter from Wood TV. Target 8 tracked him down in February at a Detroit STD clinic, but he quickly ducked away. He lost that job the next day. We're not going to follow you into the men's room. But today, after trying to avoid us, he returned to the state hearing room.
We looked at Dr. Alexander.
As members of pro-life groups looked on, he pointed out an anti-abortion newsletter that he says shows they had conspired with one of his clinic workers to shut him down. So what you're saying is that there was somebody on your payroll that was working behind your back to get you closed down?
They're saying this year.
No, can I ask you that question? Is that what you're saying?
That's what they're saying. That's what they're implying right there.
So when you had patients before it closed down, was that office like that?
No.
That led to an angry response from a Right to Life spokeswoman who attended today's hearing.
Can I remind you that it was the fire marshal that shut the building down? It had nothing to do with the Board of Medicine or the state investigators. The fire marshal shut the building down.
No.
Former patients told Target 8 last year that Alexander had botched abortions. He denied those allegations today.
Botched abortions is when abortions are done wrong. Every patient is handled with care. Every patient is handled with delicate gloves.
He also evaded questions about Dr. George Shade, the former Board of Medicine chair who blocked investigations into his practice. Do you remember that?
I don't know anything about that.
Do you know Dr. Shade?
I've heard of him.
Well, he was your mentor who you worked under to get your license back after you got out of prison.
But Ken, let me go, okay? I gotta go. I gotta go see some patients right now. I gotta go and take care of them.
How can you see patients? You don't have a license. Now, the state told us the suspension goes into effect in 3 days, so he technically still has a license. Alexander told us he volunteers now at a hospice program, but he wouldn't say where.
Wow. So do you think Dr. Alexander will try and get his license back?
Well, he told us today that he has no plans to do that. He doesn't know what he's going to do, but even if he tried, he would have to pay $75,000 fine just to get that ball rolling, and there's no guarantee that would happen.
Okay.
Incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ken.